DC fandom blew all our minds with that surprise Black Adam trailer. The movie could go in many directions, but we all know what we really want. That's right, Black Adam versus Superman. Comic book fans are super stoked about the idea of Black Adam coming to the big screen, but people who haven't read Jeff Johns' JSA series, 52, or Doomsday Clock might not know why the character is so cool. Well, let's fix that right now. Black Adam, like Shazam, got his powers from the wizard Shazam. Makes sense. In the New 52 continuity, which the Shazam movie is heavily based on, a boy named Amon was chosen by Shazam like Billy was. The child was from the fictional nation of Kahndaq that was overrun by slavery and corruption. He sought to use his powers to free the people, but his uncle betrayed him and stole his powers to be used for vengeance. That uncle's name is Adam, and he becomes the exact opposite of the Shazam superhero we know and love. Because of his ruthless demeanor, he was dubbed Teth Adam, or Black Adam. Adam, like Billy, has all of the powers of the wizard Shazam. He got the stamina of Shu, the speed of Hiru, the strength of Amon. It's a bunch of guys that spell out Shazam like an acronym. Basically, he's got all of Billy Batson's powers, but he's not exactly charging people's iPhones with them. That's why Shazam put him in magic jail for several centuries. Like the 7 deadly sins, Black Adam was also sealed away for safekeeping. In the comics, after a disastrous attempt to defeat Shazam, Adam is summoned by the people of Kahndaq to be their new superpowered savior. Only Black Adam's not so much a savior as a conqueror, even if he doesn't see it that way. The thing that makes Black Adam such an interesting character is that he doesn't really see himself as a villain. He sees himself as a hero who will go to any lengths to protect his people and save the world, even if those lengths are terrifying. In many ways, he's more of a mirror version of Superman than he really is of Shazam. Superman's all about saving people, but ultimately allowing them to govern themselves. He rarely interferes in the affairs of man, unless they directly threaten people in a catastrophic way. Black Adam thinks this kind of superhero ideology is weak and naive. To be fair, he's often shown to have a point in this regard. There is quite a lot of evil that Superman allows to happen just because he won't interfere with the Earth's governments or laws. Unfortunately, Black Adam has often proven himself to be more of the kind of leader that he despises instead of the kind he aspires to be. He can be cruel, hot-tempered, and is far too eager for conflict. As much disdain as he often has for Shazam, Superman, and the other heroes, he has dabbled in superheroics on more than one occasion. Famously, he served with old-timer superheroes like the original Flash and Green Lantern in the Justice Society of America for a while. He also served with Lex Luthor, the Joker, and Sinestro in the Legion of Doom, though, so this guy's a bit all over the map. For the DCEU movie, it looks like he's going to be a bit more on the evil side from the look of the trailer. Basically, every shot of Black Adam is him looking like a much more menacing Scorpion King from that terrible Mummy spinoff. Ugh. DC has already done Joker, Suicide Squad, and a Harley Quinn movie, so it's entirely possible that Black Adam will be their next R-rated villain movie. Let's be real though, this is a movie starring The Rock. He's going to be a hero by the end of the film, even if we're talking anti-hero with a capital A. That man is in dire need of a franchise worthy of his considerable intensity and charisma. Black Adam might be the perfect fit. If he can make the die-hard rip-off Skyscraper watchable, we'll have no problem with Kahndaq's finest. Just like The Rock, he considers himself to be the people's champion. As far as the DCEU goes, now's the perfect time for Black Adam to stir things up. The last we saw of the universe, things were a bit brighter. The world likely trusts heroes again, dispelling the unrest from Batman vs. Superman. If people are cool with Superman to the point where him visiting a high school with Shazam is no longer a big deal, it seems like things are probably a good deal calmer. This is probably where Black Adam comes in. He's gonna mess all that goodwill up. Then he's gonna punch Superman right in that perfect Kryptonian jawline of his. Tell me, Superman, do you smell what Black Adam's cooking? If you smell... Sorry, I won't do it. I won't do it. So now let's cover Superman's powers. And wait, you know what? Let's be honest here. No one clicked on a link to a video about Black Adam versus Superman without knowing exactly who Superman is. Krypton, flight, super strength, laser eyes, yeah, you get it. Now let's get to the punching. Okay. So let's get right down to it. The match you've been waiting several minutes for. In one corner, we have the Man of Steel, the last son of Krypton, Superman. In the other, we have the craze from Kahndaq, the Shazam silencer, Black Adam. Fight! So it begins with Clark Kent having a normal day in Metropolis with Lois Lane, right? He looks at the news and sees an urgent announcement. Black Adam's holding a press conference where he announces that he's announcing Kahndaq and his own supremacy over the world. And he reaches off screen and grabs something. He pulls his hand back and reveals that he's holding a knocked-out Shazam by the cape. With that reveal, he'd throw down the gauntlet. In order to prove to the world that he was a force to be reckoned with, he'd openly challenge Superman. If Superman doesn't show up in Kahndaq in the next hour, Shazam would be history. Fearing for his new friend's safety and safety of the world, Clark would likely be out the window before Adam could finish his sentence. Mere minutes later, Superman would descend upon Kahndaq with that arms crossed, furrowed brow thing he likes to do so much. You know, his standard "I'm not mad, I'm disappointed" super dad look? Yeah, that one. Him being Superman, the first thing he'd do would be to try to de-escalate the situation. After a few seconds of conversation, Black Adam would declare that he was weak and would go in for an attack. Unfortunately for Adam, this move would be a major error on his part. The DCEU Superman is insanely fast, able to dodge Steppenwolf and the Flash like both were underwater. He would likely watch Black Adam's fist come at him like it was in slow motion, effortlessly dodging away from it. Adam would continue to strike at Superman, missing hopelessly each time. Then Superman would surprise him by catching his fist mid-swing. Adam would try to squirm away, but Superman would squeeze on his knuckles, cracking them and forcing him to his knees. With his other hand, Adam would worthlessly strike a few body shots on Superman, but he'd barely register them as blows. If this Superman can't be budged by Wonder Woman, the literal God Slayer, then Adam will be a bit out of luck here. Superman will then say something condescending to Adam like, "This was over before it started," which would really get him going. In his rage, Adam would summon an intense amount of magical lightning that would explode, sending Superman flying. Clark would find himself on the ground, surprised that the lightning actually caused him pain. You see, Clark has never fought anyone with magical powers like Black Adam has before. He'll be completely taken aback by his weakness to this kind of power. For Adam, that's all the opening he'd need. While Superman was dazed, Adam would shoot volley after volley of lightning his way. Superman would narrowly dodge out of the way, without the ease he had earlier. As Batman vs. Superman taught us, Superman may not be able to hurt easily, but his power level can be dropped significantly. The effect of Batman's kryptonite gas would likely be comparable to the damage Black Adam's magic would do to him. Unfortunately, Superman regains himself very quickly. After he managed to dodge a few blasts, he'd be right back to his old strength. This time he wouldn't be playing around neither. Superman would then charge at Black Adam with a double-fisted flying punch. Like in his battle against General Zod, he would slap Adam around the skies of Kahndaq like he was a pinball. It would likely take several hits before Adam would regain himself and release another explosion of lightning. This time, Superman would have learned his lesson a bit. He'd keep a flying distance from Adam and shoot him with heat vision in response to the lightning. Eventually, this would prove to be too much for Adam, and the heat vision would drive him back to the ground. Once again, Superman would say something condescending like, "Stay down," which we all know would not help the situation at all. Black Adam would then consider a different strategy. He would look at the American journalists filming him and would charge up his lightning. He'd send a blast their way, but Superman would jump in and take it for them. After the devastation of Metropolis and Man of Steel, there's no way he'd allow that kind of collateral damage again. With this weakness exposed, Adam would begin taking shots at other innocent American bystanders. Superman would rush to either get them out of the way or take the blast himself. With each blast, he would weaken, but something would build inside him as well. Remember when Feora threatened Superman's mother in Man of Steel? Remember that level of insane berserker rage that he had? Well, Black Adam is about to become intimately aware of it. Superman would then fly at Adam with impressive speed and start wailing on him, unleashing more of his strength than he ever had before. Luckily, those blasts weakened him, so he and Adam are much more closer in the power level. With Superman finally weakened and in close, Adam would start hammering Superman as well. This is when the two superhuman warriors would really start exchanging fists. No more of that heat vision and lightning bolt stuff, nah. The two enraged combatants would be in the ultimate test of speed and strength as they would wail on each other with their godly power. Eventually, the two would come to a standstill. Both would be exhausted after several minutes of superhuman boxing, but only one of them would slowly be regaining his strength. Under the rays of the yellow sun, Superman would get back to his feet, recharged as if he'd just arrived. For a second, it would look like Black Adam had given up. He would bow his head to Superman, allowing the hero to get in close. Then in the last second, he'd grab Superman in a bear hug and point him to the sky. He'd shout, "Shazam!" And a huge magical lightning bolt would come in from the sky, blasting Superman right in the emblem of hope. Adam would repeat the phrase several times until he felt Superman go limp. With a smile, Adam would drop Superman to the ground. An ashy, smoking hole would be where his S-shield had been. Adam would then kick Superman into the heap on top of Shazam. In front of the entire world, he would declare that he had defeated both of Earth's greatest heroes. That a new order was about to begin. The world would now be ruled by Kahndaq. Only he wouldn't know that he hadn't quite defeated Earth's greatest heroes. Not all of them anyway. Far away in Gotham City, Batman would be watching. Beside him, a familiar face would step forward. Then another. Then they would turn, and without a word, the Justice League would go into action. Awesome!